Psychopaths, episode 13, Invitation from the Abyss. So I won't even imagine what this one is going to be. But possibly a return to Akane and, the aftermath of how she's feeling now and just what's going on now in the case and just whatever happens next. But last episode, unexpectedly, we got a pretty much an entire focus on Yayoi and her backstory. Yayoi, one of the enforcers that we probably knew the least about other than Masaoka, but certainly the one who's gotten the least screen time. So it was, while it was surprising, I feel like it was definitely needed just to get more perspective on her. It was also some good world building as well. He just, showing more of, we saw in terms of music, like authorized music. Like, of course, that's the thing. How Yayoi maneuvered around that and how she ended up a latent criminal. And within there, just craving her music, and like as effective as the civil system is, it's still just super dumb and fucked up. And I think they even talked about artists and becoming so absorbed in their art that it can drive them to dark places, and that's absolutely part of it, is expression. A lot of artists, whether it's visual art or they're music artists, there's a lot of pain expressed, there's a lot of dark emotions that gets channeled through that, and it's it's very cathartic. So yeah, of course that wouldn't fly under this. But we saw undergoing the bullshit within the facility, as a latent criminal. But her only way out, being approached by Kogami and being deemed by Sybil to be suited as an enforcer, comes to recruit her to be one. Of course, she doesn't want to at first, but they approach her also because they feel she would be useful in the particular case that we're on. It also happened to involve Rina, who was the girl that she bonded with. There's a kindredship there, even Rina, doing unauthorized music. Yayoi was drawn to that, as I imagine many people were. She seemed, pretty popular. She was still doing music even after Yayoi got out, after, who knows how long she was in there. Probably not too long, but it seems like enough times. Like, she petitioned like 20 something times for her strings. Like, that was probably over a period of weeks at the very least, or something like that, right? But yeah, so we saw that whole thing went down. They had Molotov cocktails, and they were, pretty much, we saw at the end, Rina was part of a movement to take down Sybil. However way they were planning to do that, it seemed like they were through their music, through, actual physical destruction with their Molotov cocktails, just a revolutionary group. So Yayoi had to make a choice. And, I at first just trying to tell her, like, listen, you don't have to make it worse. Just come with me. Like, you'll go through the rehabilitation. Like, that's the best you can hope for. Like, don't do this. Like, it's not gonna end well for you. And Yayoi, she decided to pull the trigger because Kogami gave her the Dominator, told her that she was authorized to use it. She wasn't, but he saw later that she did pull the trigger, which proved that Sybil was correct, and she was able to become an enforcer. And by the end, she wanted to. He's like, I want to become an enforcer. Of course, I found it very understandable that Yayoi pulled the trigger. I talked about it quite a bit at the end of last episode, but I obviously on a deep level, I hate that. I hate that you have to give in to the system, that you can't help the people that want to rise up, that want to change things. But realistically, it's easier just to fall in line, just to be another cog in the machine, basically, right? Just I don't blame her, like it's actually the only way out, just to be part of it and keep things moving, because it's designed like you're not gonna get far trying to fight it, because not only is it just a ruthless system, like most people living under it are fine with it, and they understand that it's easier just to fall in line than to stir the pot for their own protection, for their friends and family's protection. It just makes sense. It was cool seeing Sasayama also, and within his dynamic within the group, and kind of his perspective on Yayoi being like, oh man, just kind of feeling hopeless for her, as I'm sure it tends to be for latent criminals. Like, not most of them don't get to become enforcers or reclaim any kind of freedom in that sense, because even being an enforcer, you're not free. So, but she wanted to become one, and as it was pointed out to me, very important thing, she actually did leave the nail polish and the strings behind. So that's very symbolic thing, you know, just leaving that behind completely to becoming an enforcer. Thank you for pointing that out to me because that is a big thing. I guess that was a byproduct of constantly talking over a show. You just miss things sometimes, so sorry about that. But yeah, that is where we were at. So I enjoyed that backstory of Yayoi. You know, seeing Sasayama, seeing Inspector Kogami. You know, younger Kogami, younger Ginoza. Just a different time, and maybe we'll be back to present time now. But yeah, I enjoyed that. So whatever invitation from the abyss means, we are going to see. So let's find out. Beginning the episode in 3, 2, 1. Oh shit. Ginoza. It went up for him. A simpler method. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's classic. Just his father. Dude, what state is his father in now? A reason he doesn't talk to him. Oh man. We're gonna get huh. I mean I can imagine the reason, but you know. Whoa. Hey. This is showing more than the opening was initially. Whoa. Wow. Both of them aiming at Shogo. This is cool. I'm glad we got the visuals for the opening now. Because before I was told that they would be coming in, so what is she doing? Ooh. Uh-huh. Right, right, exactly. It didn't work. No. Indeed. Right. With the Dominator not working. Blasphemy. Sounds so awful. It sounds so optimally stated. Right. Ah. Huh. Right. It needs a safety net. Okay. That's why humans becomes perfect once those are included. Wow. Just the trust that it's perfect. Okay. Oh. Uh, what are you about to show? For your eyes only. Oh. Toma. I remember him. Yeah. He was the teacher, right? It didn't react to him. Wow. So this has happened before. It didn't reach the regulation value, right? Criminally asymptomatic, right? 1 in 2 million, huh? Yep. And so you exercise flexibility. Wow. That's it. Damn. Simply disappeared. No one. Wow. Imagine if that got out. Yeah. Fuck, man. Gotta cover this shit up. Damn it, man. But now we really see how things stay in order. Make them disappear, basically. Right. Capture him? Alright, sure. Yeah, we'll capture Shogo. Yeah, they're gonna bring him here and they'll make him disappear, basically. Damn, man, we really see how things work out. Because this has happened before. She said that people just have to trust that it's working. So yeah, that report isn't complete, quote unquote. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's not. That's a Heart of Darkness? Huh. Yeah. Huh. Alright, damn right. Damn fucking right. That's what I'm saying. Fucking get him. Yep. Alright, fair enough, Akane. Oh, she still has to be hurting on the inside, though, man. We're gonna catch that bastard. Cool. Photo fit. A memory scoop. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah, true. Yikes. Oh, man. It's gonna essentially force her to relive it. Man. Oh, see? It's the... Yeah, about obsessively going after Shogo. Yeah, you can't really talk Kogami. But at the same time, he can be like, no, don't go down that road that far. Look at her. She's tunneled in now, which makes sense. She knows. Kagari cares. Yeah. Has it? Akane, I just hope you end up okay. Whoa. Holy shit. Wow. I'll corner him even if it's as an enforcer. That's true. Let's just hope it doesn't go too far that they make you do that. Still, it's not. I want her to go and catch him because that is the only justice now. But to go this far is like, I just hope she's okay. Oh, great. We all have to relive this now. Oh boy. Yikes. Oh my god. Not a target. That's flashing back to the time they were all together, just talking, and then back to that scene. Oh my god. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Ooh, it was too much. It was too much. It was too much. Holy shit. I'm glad that wasn't for nothing. Shit. Okay. Wow, it's already going back down. 1 in 2 million, huh? I wonder if Akane was an evil person, if a Dominator would still not work on her. Oh my god. Yeah, fuck it. Just let him go. Oh, okay. She's strong as fuck, man. She has a mind of steel. Ooh, there he is. Oh man. Yep, they recognized him. Right. All right. I would say so. She fucking did that, man. She did that. Wait, are these two? That's a good question. Wait, why did I just? Right. She accepts things as they are. Huh. Oh my god. Why didn't I realize until now? Huh. Oh man, why didn't I realize until now? Huh. And that's when it's stabilized. So because his is changing, he can't accept. He isn't accepting things. Wow. Oh man, I feel like they've dropped so many hints. Cause yeah, early on they hinted at their relationship earlier in the series. They didn't say what it was, but it was clear there was history between them. And when this song is awesome, by the way. God, where did you go? Wow, but that's how it always is. It's the same song from last episode. I like this ending song. This is a good ending song. Whoa, her eyes. Huh. Whew. Shogo-kun. Alright, so just to get out of the way, Ginoza, Masaoka, father and son. Wow. That makes a lot of sense actually. And I think to the way Masaoka threw Ginoza against the car whenever he was reprimanding for just going at Akane, before they went after Kogami when he was doing, Shogo's game. That makes a lot more sense too, why he just, Ginoza kind of let that happen. Um, But other than that, this kind of introduces a new perspective on specifically about the detectives and very interesting Masaoka's case, because he was a detective prior to the implementation of the Dominator and Sybil system, right? So he said back then I was probably like Akane, like I believed in being a detective, the value and meaning of that. And Akane, Masaoka's guess as to why her psychopath remains clear is that she views society and she forgives it and she accepts it, but she also takes risks and believes in the meaning and value of being a detective. And Masaoka was like, I was probably like that when I was a detective long ago, but when I was given a gun, that talks and tells me who to shoot and like just makes this decision. He hated it, and he was like, yeah, that's not the detective he wanted to be, and so he couldn't accept it. That's the gist of it. Like when you start questioning your job as a detective, with dealing with the swamp, with the abyss, and you start questioning your role within that, and you can't accept, that's when your crime coefficient starts rising. That's when your psychopath starts getting cloudy, and I guess that's the risk Ginoza is risking right now. And that's really sad to think of in Masaoka's case, and of course Kogami as well, and the risk Ginoza, I'm sure he feels he could fall into, especially after hearing that. But although it could help him, after having this talk, but also makes me like really respect Akane so much more, just how resilient she is and just how resolved she is in her acceptance and her desire to take risks and to be a detective and to catch Shogo. Like, that's where she's at now with her as a detective, and going that far, even reliving that trauma. And we saw at the end, like, I felt he had to smack her just so the pain could return her to lucidity. It was really intense for her. But as much as it raised her stress and her crime coefficient up, it immediately plummeted back down, just because she is, as Mosaoka is deducing, for those reasons. So yeah, fucking that's awesome. That for Akane, and that puts into perspective for why her psychopath possibly remains so clear, but also makes it pretty sad for Masaoka and Kogami. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen with Ginoza. I imagine it won't, although maybe it might, in which case that would suck. But yeah, I guess we'll see how he deals with it. I know they've been showing, like, they've been kind of hinting at this throughout the season, like Ginoza like meeting with that woman before, and who's she, the director? Is she the president of the bit? Like, I don't know if they've officially stated her title. Maybe they haven't, I just can't remember. But yeah, they having that talk with her before in earlier episodes about, like, don't end up like your father, So hopefully that doesn't happen to Ginoza. I hope not. But I actually just got done recording, but I forgot to talk about this. Oh my god, I got so hung up on a couple things. But revealing the woman revealing to Ginoza that before with Toma, they actually experienced this thing before with the Dominator not working. So it's not as if it was a first time thing. It's not as if they just won't believe it. It's her using this as an opportunity, like, to show him that, and to be like, listen, this is how this shit works. It doesn't matter that the system itself is not perfect. Like, it doesn't have to be. All that needs to happen is that the society and everyone believes that everything on the tail end is working perfectly. They just have to believe that, which is so great, because it's not as if everyone here is, like, so brainwashed to the fact, like, oh yeah, it's such a perfect system, nothing goes wrong. What, a Dominator not working? Preposterous. Come on, it's clearly user error. Like, it's none of that. Like, it's not as if she's just like, whoa, there's no way. Like, it's not that. Like, she's like, yeah, it's happened before. But listen, you can't report that, because if the public starts questioning it, that could challenge the whole integrity of the entire society. You're like, this report is not finished, quote unquote, right? That's so crazy, but that totally makes sense. Like, it's not some mindless brainwashing bullshit. Like, she knows how this shit works. This is how it works. That's it. They just have to believe it. So change that report, Ginoza. Come up with a plausible something different besides the Dominator not working, Sybil's judgment not working. Ooh, right? But apparently, yeah, that's not news to them, which is amazing. Oh my god. But other than that, we did see the aftermath of Akane. We saw the funeral and her talking with Kogami, and how she's feeling now and how she seems all right now. But her just saying, like, listen, I can't stay depressed. We have to catch Shogo. Like, he killed my friend and he killed yours. So I'm happy we at least know what he looks like, and we can be on this case together and work towards the same goal. That's what I was hoping, what I mentioned before, a couple episodes ago, of what I hope the end goal of whatever that was, because I didn't, like I said, I didn't know if they were going to give her time to grieve, if she was going to need to grieve for a while, and then eventually reach the point, like, we are going to get this bastard, because that's the only justice at this point, to take down Shogo, to close this fucking case, make sure no one else gets hurt. Like, that's the justice she could do for her friend at this point, and for Kogami, for Sasayama, and anyone else in the future who is a victim to Shogo's game, and just so yeah, I'm as much as it kind of still stings a bit, especially seeing her relive it, because we see how truly traumatic that it still is for her, because that was kind of brought to the surface in being forced to relive it. It's it's also very, again, as to the earlier point, it's equally respectable to see her so resolved in her work as a detective, and to use that emotional just fire and just despair as fuel to catch this motherfucker. That, like, I'm totally fine with that. That's great. Because of course we see with the memory scoop, she is still suffering quite a bit, and reliving that was fucking awful. But she's gonna do what she needs to do, man. And I hope with this facial recognition, you know, kind of being a fucking boss doing that whenever Shoko does make the next move, they'll be ready. So we'll see whatever that ends up being. But great episode. All these episodes have been awesome. So yeah, can't wait for the next one. Thank y'all so much for watching this show with me. If you want early access to more of this show, I am a week ahead on Patreon. If you want to get immediate or early access to the next 2 episodes for $5, you get early access to this, everything else I do, polls for the next show I'm watching whenever a show I'm watching ends. You can always check my schedule on Patreon to see exactly what I'm posting for the week. If there's a poll going on, if you want to participate in that, and even if you just want to vote in the poll, that's only $1. But yeah, that's about it. Most of all, once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.